Mandy Jacobs, we're here near the Mark Hall Library in the Stowe. Campaigning continues regarding the... How is campaigning going?
It's going really well. Things are happening in Harlow and across the county. Villages, towns, they've been demonstrating outside their libraries, holding marches, they've been having read-ins. The whole community across the county are getting involved with this. So here we're outside Mark Hall Library, which is due for closure under their proposals. We'll be outside the Bush Fair Library, because that's due to become a community library. That's the proposal. That is fraught with difficulties. Of course, Ty Green is also up for closure too, so that would be effectively three closures in our town.
So when they say a community library fraught with difficulties, why would that be?
Well, a community library means that the building that would have to be vacated by the library. It would mean that there'd be no access to the central library stock of books, no computers, no other resources, and perhaps most significantly, no staff. So it would be dependent on volunteers, which is fraught with difficulty because volunteers obviously do it in their own time and they're not always reliable, with the best will in the world. And then of course the claim is, well, they're not being used, and then they're shut. So effectively it's a cut to save a community library. So we are in Harlow at risk of losing 3 out of 5, and across the county over half. So we do have to continue this pressure on Essex County Council. Can I just say that we have had quite a lot of support from national figures. So Robert Halfon MP, he's taken up the case in Parliament and with the County Council leader. So Tom Watson, Deputy Leader of the Labour Party, has moved in to add his voice and has written a very comprehensive letter. Of course, Harlow Council has been right behind stopping of the closures, and it's just spreading. Also, significantly, Alex Mayer, the current MEP, has taken the whole issue of Essex libraries up in the European Parliament. So it's not for lack of national interest and concern, let alone the concern and interest of people in the county.
I can't speak on behalf of the Conservative councillors, but they seem to be seeing that it needs to be sort of turned into some sort of business or social enterprises, etc. Can you see that side of the argument at all?
No, not really. I think that we need to have places in our very fractured communities that are accessible to all. Not dependent on age or ability to pay, anything like that. As they are now, they are part of the social fabric of our town. And I'm not making a special case, but I'd just like to say that Harlow is made up of specific areas, and each area has its own identity. Take away something key from it and you take away something of the local identity. So Mark Hall Library, it's part of our community. For example, the people in the post office, when I went to talk to them about it, they said this would be really difficult. I said, oh, why would it affect you? And the lady said, because quite often we have people who come to the library, come to the post office, and they need to fill in a form. They don't have access to the internet at home. They don't know how to do it. So we can say, why don't you just pop over the road and see Chris, she's the local library, she'll give you a hand. And so that's another reason why we need to keep our libraries, to add to the social fabric of our local areas.